And there's this level of high level focus that you need to ensure that you succeed. Whether it's evading a brawler, or for me, a tough economy, a sense of distrust, a sense of, people not believing in philanthropy, that it can make a difference. And I think it's just chipping away slowly, being earnest, being authentic, and identifying people that are willing to help you, that are willing to connect you, that are going to say, you know what? I know people that are good and just need a little bit of a guidance on how to get there, that they do want to help, they do want to give, but they don't know about this world. Show them a little bit about it. And often, most times than not, that's all it takes. I think it's just someone that they know that can open the door for them and let them walk through it, and they see how they can make a big difference in communities and people's lives and children's lives. Um, and I think, just to lay some groundwork on how or why I got into this space, I started working on the programming side. So for me, it was direct, program associate, program manager, program director, in the sense that, like, I got to really work with families directly, with youth and families that were struggling, immigrant communities that were in poverty. And our goal was to uplift them and to empower them and to bring them physical resources sometimes, whether it was food even, or connect them to resources or partners that could help us. And it was very visceral work. You saw tears, you saw pain, you saw kids like not even having clothes enough to wear, or even not having food. More often than not, I found myself clearing the pantry in my in my old job, and just getting a little bag and just giving it out to the family who I know whose kids were hungry, because their eyes told me, and their stomachs, I could hear them growling. Um, but they were too proud to say, or at least they were too proud to say that in front of their parents because they know it might embarrass their parents. So, I got into that space and found a sense of peace and a sense of mission. I think that's what really drove me, was that I always asked myself, and it was why, like, if I stayed 2, 3 years at a certain place, and I would check myself, am I making the most impact here? Am I growing in this role? Am I making a difference? Right? Like, we have one life, and am I doing the best that I can with it right now? Am I moving towards something bigger? If not, right? So I think for me, I really thrived in that space. It was dark, it was chaotic, it was painful, it was up and down roller coaster ride of wins, successes, but also many steps back.